Developing story. The Hamilton County School Superintendent unveiled the budget plan for the upcoming school year, but proposed cuts to exceptional education and transportation for magnet schools have sparked pushback from parents. Local 3's Madison Sims joins us in the studio now with more from tonight's Finance Committee meeting. Madison.
Cindy, Dr. Robertson said the proposed cuts were made with deep considerations and only after exploring all viable alternatives. And he tells Local 3 all families aren't in opposition to the changes.
Although there are a lot of families that have been vocal about maybe some fear about this change, we also have a lot of families that went through this year and went through last year recognizing that what we were doing wasn't working for their child and are excited about some of the changes that we're making and the opportunities that we're creating for their kids.
He says the changes will be made with the input of families and teachers. And if something doesn't work, there will be time to adjust.
This is a flexible model. Even going into next year, just like we do with regular ed staffing, going to the 20th day, we fully expect that resources will have to be moved around to make sure we meet the needs of students.
Robertson says despite changes in staffing, the investment remains the same.
So the investment in XED is the same amount in FY26 that it was in FY25.
That investment is $54 million. In their new staffing model, schools will no longer staff exceptional ed teachers based on number of students, but on services needed. It would be a 2% reduction in staffing. This will cut 4 special education positions, but Robertson says it won't leave teachers without a job.
It is not necessarily that they won't have a position, but there are some that will have to move from school A to school B.
He says while several changes may come as a result of financial shortfalls, the exceptional education changes have been in the planning stages for a year and would happen regardless of the gap in budgeting.
I mean, any staffing model from year to year, you're going to see gains at some schools and losses at other schools.
Yeah.
The proposal to cut transportation to magnet schools also sparked a passionate debate. School board member Ben Connor was very vocal about his opposition to this proposed change, saying cuts to transportation would target the poorest of our community.
I cannot believe we have to talk about this. This is not something that should be on the cutting block. We are trying to educate children, and we are trying darn well to get the kids that most need it to school.
Robertson says this proposal is one of many hard decisions.
I'm not saying that I like any of these decisions, but we have to put options in front of the board and in front of the community. And hopefully, I hope what this creates is a place for people to speak into the funding needs of a high-quality school system.
All of this is leading up to next week's regular school board meeting for final approval, which will be followed by the budget presentation to the Hamilton County Commission next month. Reporting in the studio, I'm Madison Sims. Cindy.